So let's have a look what's going on here. I'm getting slow motion here. And if we look at the catches here, well, they're nicely together, the body angles are good. We can just highlight this. And just nicely together on the same body angle there. The blades are going in more or less together, but they are going in a little bit late. You can see the blades are just beginning their forward motion there. There's not a lot of backsplash coming off the blades here. So although we're nicely together, we're a little bit late going in. Good, again, good body angles there. Both seem to be coming through to the finish more or less at the same angle. And if we come up to the catch again, we can see the blades. That's you see that's where you're at your most extension there, and that's kind of where the blades need to be in. And we can see the blades just slightly travelling forward before they're in. Alright, so it's just a fraction late. But again, we're nice it together. We'll come round to the other side in a bit and we'll see what the extraction looks like, but quite nicely together there. Let's move round to the other side. Okay. Again, teed up quite nicely together. Now here's where things get a little bit funky on the blade work. If we're looking at here, page your blade work over the next few frames. So I'm just going to run it and we'll take a look to see what happens. Again, nicely together. You can see as you come towards the end of the recovery, the blade just sort of slops against the water a bit before rising again. So, okay, there's Penny squaring, and Paige, you're a little bit late on the square. You can see just squaring late, and your blade bumps down onto the water and then comes up again. See that? Just bumps down onto the water and then comes up. And then you're a fraction late because of that. It's going to happen again. We'll run through this sequence. Again, you're carrying the hands a little bit too high here, so the blade again is a bit of a scruffy there. And there's Penny squaring. You're late on the square behind her there. And again, scuffing the water and the blade's going to rise again. Alright, and as a result, just a fraction late, better timing here, but just a fraction late. Good coverage together. Penny here just popping out a bit early, and you can see just throwing up a bit of a lip there. And again, you can see here, Paige, how your blade's scuffing along the water there. And then when it does, see how your blade pops up. So it's just your hands carrying you're carrying the hands a little bit too high here, and then you're having to lift your hands here. Then your blade needs to be a little bit close to the water here as you come out to take the stroke. You see again, your blade's travelling down and forward, a little bit forward rather than taking the water a little bit earlier. That's what we need to do. So there's the drive. Let's see. You'll be able to see each stroke, Page, what happens here. Oop, okay, blade's bumping against the water there, and then watch what happens. Up it comes. Okay, and then down again. Alright, so we just need to clean up that angle of attack into the catch. Okay, they're carrying your hands too high. Blade's going to slop against the water again here. There. Okay. And then as we come up, it's going to come up again. Alright, and then come down again. Alright, so that's kind of inefficient there. We need to get that blade sorted out better into the catch. See, this penny's got a little bit of backsplash coming off the blade there. Okay, the body angles are good, I would say. Let's take a look at those. Okay, see here, page again, slop. There. That's where you need to be carrying the hands a little bit higher here. Okay. Look at those body angles. Not too bad. Not too bad. That's the issue right there. And so you see how you're slopping the blade along the water here, and then oops, got to come up to square it. So that is the issue. So really we want to be carrying the hands a little bit lower through here, and then you won't have to bump the blade along the water and then drop the hands in order to square. And you can see there's a little bit of a chop there, rather than backing that blade in or dropping it into the slot. Blades are just travelling forward a bit. Let's go back and have a look at, oops. So look at the body angles. That's quite nicely together there. Oops. That's better. Here again, Penny, you see a little bit of a drop there. Quite nicely together there. So here, Penny, is where I would say you need to just extend a little more. Just stretch a little more here. Hold the knees down. I think the knees coming up just a fraction too early. Okay. And we just want to avoid that little bit of a drop there with the shoulders. It's not terrible. And that. And again, you can see that just the blades just travelling slightly forward there. We want them. We want to be taking the water about here. Okay, here. You can see you're fully extended there. The blades really want those blades to be going in at that point. Just a fraction late. Let's see how things look now. You see just
okay, full pressure.
Just a fraction late. Okay, so we just need to clean up that little bit of blade work there. Whoop. See again, just bumping along the water, and then you have to raise it there. Whereas we want to be just one smooth with the hands here. When you square, we want it to be one smooth motion upwards as the hands rise, rather than having to make that adjustment. Okay.